just a quick one. I was editing the video last night and then for some reason the SD card with the drone footage didn't save. So I'm a bit annoyed about that, but it's nothing I haven't seen before. So I'm really sorry, there'll be no drone footage in that, but it's still quite a good watch, hopefully. Hello, welcome back, and it finally feels like summer is here. Whether or not it's going to be here for long, I don't know. This is how your sweet corn is produced right here on the south coast on my farm, which is quite nice, along with the hideous new builds that are over there that we've had a lot of issues with, but you know, it was all hush hush. Yeah, this is how we're doing it. That is how we drill your sweet corn or plant your sweet corn. I'm going to go sit in with Ollie in a minute in the drill and we'll just go through how that machine works, because it is quite interesting. It's all precision farming. I'm back in a power harrow, back in a John Deere, as you can see, and it actually does feel like summer today. I think we've got one good week so far, so hopefully the bees are going to be active. Because I am at my farm, I'm kind of itching to try and get this done quite quick so I can go see my bees, but that may not be possible as of yet. But I tell you what, there are still some wet spots in the fields at the moment. Like, we are very much struggling for a wet spot at the moment. All of that headland along there isn't the best. But again, there's the wet spot there, look, lovely. But they're just the cards that we've been dealt with this year, as I said previously. Now, one of the main pests for sweet corn is rooks. It's just a good job that we don't have many rooks in this field. Oh God, look at it. I hope you can see that, but that is a lot, and Ollie has only just started drilling. There are a lot of rooks. The trouble is, just over the other side we've got 3 AD plants over there, and because that's where the clamps are kept, the rooks like to eat the maize. So clamp over there, fresh sweet corn going down right next door equals happy customers and unhappy farmer. So pray for my crop, because it's probably not going to grow. But again, 1st of June, is it 1st of June? 2nd of June, and we still have parts of our field flooded. So there's a storm drain just there that is supposedly to do with field drainage, and the housing developers just over there claim that it is field drainage, so they've tapped into it, and this is what they've caused. Never used to flood like this, and they've only just started building. So there's another block of houses going up there, another block of houses going up behind the trees, and obviously we've got the 3rd block, which is the problem block over there. And look at that, it's just how much of my field is being wasted this year. But you know, will I get any compensation from the government? No. Will Arran District Council give me any compensation for it through the funding that they're getting through all this housing? Nope. Nope, it's just me. I've got to accept the fact that I'm no longer going to be able to use this part of the field as, well, to grow anything, which is a bit annoying. So, yeah. You know, everybody says, oh, we need new housing, we need new housing. True, but we don't need so much housing in one block. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, never mind. Alright, we're in here with the drillman, Mr. Oliver, and he's going to talk us through what's actually going on. What are we doing?
So we're drilling sweet corn today, at the moment, variety. We're at Ben's farm at the moment. My machine 6 metres, the variety is 1253. We've got a Merlin drill here. We've got 8 units over here working in. Front one's fertilizer, back one's with the seeds. And you'll see it's counting up each hopper one by one up to 8 and seeing how many seeds I'm doing per hectare on each hopper. We're putting down 50 seeds per hectare on this. And on this screen I've got the fertilizer, which we're putting 150 down per kg. Which is, we're putting DAP, which is 1846, and that's in the front hopper there, which is is operated by a land wheel down on the bottom right, which puts out through the tube along the side of the tractor and down to the seat.
Yeah, so what this drill's basically doing, if we can just have a look here, you can see there are some lines where the seed's being placed. So instead of like a normal serial drill where it will place a lot of seeds down in one area, this is dropping one seed down in a precise moment. In fact, when you can see up there, all the seeds getting sucked into the disc. So I think, what do you call this? It's an air seeder or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fed by suction onto the disc.
Yeah, so it's like a suction cup disc thing where the air sucks the seed into the disc. It'll spin round, drop the seed down into the soil, and then you got two press wheels at the back pushing that soil back down for good soil to seed contact, and it helps lock in that moisture because it is quite dry out here already, which is quite surprising. And we're also just trying to battle the rooks at the moment. So Ollie, what do you kind of look for when you're drilling into the soil? What sort of seedbed are you after?
We like a nice fine tillage. We don't want anything too rough or anything too that the seed isn't going to get a good contact in to germinate. We like a nice fine level seedbed, nothing with no speed bumps or wonky or bits that are missed or doesn't match up the other power harrowing if there's more than one in the field. Yeah, it's not much else really. We always want to be drilling into moisture. We don't want to be drilling into where the seed can't get in as soon as it starts germinating to get to the water where it's in the soil.
So with the front hopper here, as Ollie puts that down, he said there's a little metering wheel, and whilst that metering wheel's going round and round, that black casing unit there is a big old fan which sucks the seed up into this pipe here, follows the tractor along, goes along the side, feeds it down into this big tube here, and it goes into a separate pipe where the fertilizer will be placed. Where is it placed? Is it placed behind
just
or
right in front of it? As it goes along, it'll make a nice little groove in the soil, and then it'll just plop it in, and then the seed will be dropped, and it'll cover it over the top.
There we go. It'll be covered over the top. And what does this fertilizer do?
So as soon as the plant, I think it gets to the growth stage 4, I think, or that might be it, 2 hashes. I think it's probably more 1 or 2. It's got something to lock in. It's like an energy boost to the plant. So it gets up, it gets away. It's not susceptible to being eaten or not having a good chance of getting a good solid root structure to give the best chance of the highest yields.
So
a healthy plant.
Yeah, so on the other sweet corn drills we put down a liquid applicant of fertiliser. It's like a quick release. This granular stuff's more like it's more of a slow release, isn't it? So the plant gets away, and as moisture is added to the ground, where hopefully we get some rain, that granular fertiliser will then seep away and then go straight down into the already made root structure of that plant, and it'll just give it an extra nice boost. It's quite clever really, but it's a fair old rig though, isn't it, Ollie? Pulling out on the road can't be fun.
No, it's not ideal, I have to admit. You have to look left and right more than once, that's for sure.
And it's quite wide on the road as well. When this folds up, what's it, 3 metres on the dot?
Yeah, about 3 metres.
Yeah, so it's quite wide on the road as well, and the tractor's on quite narrow tyres as well.
Put that up in the air.
Yeah, so it's not fun. You've got to be on the ball, ain't you, Ollie?
Absolutely.
See in here where the seed is sucked on. You might be able to hear the air, and it falls down into here where the fertiliser comes, drops down into this wheel here, and then these are the press wheels at the back where it then presses the soil down either side, and it's all good. But we might, here we go. So this is the slit where the disc makes the groove. We can just about see here, seed there, dig back down into here a little bit. You might be able to see another seed. There's a bit of moisture in here, but not masses. But you can see the rows of sweet corn going in, and then that's his tram line here and tram line here, and there's the disc set, the press wheel going back down again. This is the sort of fertiliser that we're using. granular, so slow release, and you'll see the seed is red. In fact, we'll look into his hopper. We open up the hopper. So the kernels are red, and that's the seed treatment that we put on it. It's like a pre-emergent, so it just helps protect the growing plant from any pests or diseases that are going through. But like I said, there's a disc cutting into it, fertilizer going out in front of it with the seed going behind. Fertilizer, seed. And there we go. Fair old size. When Ollie said that this is going for like kerneling, so we do two types of sweet corn. We have fresh, which is cobbed, so like on still on the cob, and then we have we then have kernels which are stripped. It's quite a cool process really, where it's harvested the same, then taken to the pack house, which is literally just there. So the sweet corn here hasn't got to go far at all. This is what I mean, proper local produce. So it goes to the pack house, gets tipped, and then it goes to this like spinner. I haven't actually simulated it or know how it works. I think it would be quite interesting to see how that all works really, but I don't know. Don't get invited over there, sadly. You know, I'm just a worker. But that then goes over. There's like a brush thing that will spin off the kernels individually. And then that all goes into, you can then freeze that, so we can keep sweet corn for a lot longer, which is quite good. What I'm doing now, I'm having to go back over what we've already done. So that's the first row that I've just done, onto the second row. You can see it's darker, so we're just a bit concerned about the moisture. So hopefully this is just bringing up a bit more moisture, so Ollie can then go straight into the ground with a bit more moisture, because you can clearly see the two differences either side. He's able to pick up the pace now a bit as well. But you can see how the discs are really cutting in that groove for the seed to go in, and how the press wheels are then going out, going behind it to press that seed back down. It also makes it slightly more difficult for the rooks that are out in here at the moment. There has been a guy who's just turned up to put a load of crow bangers out, but last year we had a couple of fields absolutely decimated by the rooks, which is a bit annoying. But you know, you can't stop them when they're in that amount of numbers. That's the metering wheel that we were talking about in the cab. So as that's turning, there's a little agitator on the inside, or a little auger, where it's swinging round or spinning round, dropping the seed. I don't. I just got Maddie in the driver's seat, so I can get these sick shots. Never thought she'd actually do it, but she is. She's doing it. She says she doesn't like it, but I think she does. But you can see how the power harrow now works. It pushes all that soil, and it's going, these plot bars are at the back here, and that keeps the soil holding back. So all those clods, all of this is then driven through as much as it possibly can to then make that nice seabed that Ollie's after. Look at it! She loves it. That is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is how we do sweet corn. Well, it's one of the ways to do sweet corn. We have two different operations of sweet corn. This is the kernelling line. If you did enjoy it, please do give it a like, subscribe, and yeah, hope you enjoy your sweet corn in the summer. This stuff won't be ready until late September, so it's a fair old time, but the stuff we drilled back in April, we're probably looking at end of July, beginning of August. So yeah, we shall see you on the next one. I just noticed that some bramble has come to flower, so we are at the start of a flow. Dad's putting on supers at the moment, and yeah, I think summer is actually here now. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. This field was drilled or planted. The sweet corn has emerged, and it comes up right in the middle with a little leaf. So on the two leaves, we've got 3 leaves growing, and on the whole, germination is actually very good. And with this rain that we've had, it's really helped it. But as you can see, we can really see where the seeds have been placed. This is the whole point of the precision farming. So if they're too close together, the roots will start to bung up, and there won't be enough room for those roots to like really get down, and there's going to be too much competition for the nutrients. Whereas like this, you can see there's plenty of room. I mean, there's been a bit of a misfire there. Look, two seeds going in there, but that's no bother. But yeah, on the whole, very happy. Roots haven't hammered it, which I'm quite thankful for, because that was one of my big worries. But yeah, I just thought it'd be quite nice to have a quick check up on the field just before it goes out, or goes out to you guys. So I think it's quite interesting. Say 14 days and it's up, which is very good. But I hope you've enjoyed watching. Please do give it a like, subscribe. Sorry about the drone footage. If I can't get it fixed, I'm really annoyed about that, but there's nothing I can do about that now. Danger Ranger's here, and we're going to have rain a bit later on as well. So, what a summer. What a summer. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.